The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Gallus Griffin and his ruination of the School of Friendship's hearth-warming tree.
Why was this taken to a higher court? It's a freaking tree.
Hey, we just want to get all the facts straight. Well, I did approve this otherwise, so we wouldn't be here in the first place if it wasn't for her.
I've already confessed. I thought it was over.
It's over when I say it's over. I'm a professional. And by the way, Judge, we need an immediate recess. But we just started. Well, I wanted to get our festive hearth-warming tree to lighten things up. Agreed. The court will reconvene after a 5-minute recess.
This is gonna be a long day.
Objection! Hearth's Warming Club is probably one of my favorite episodes of Season 8. However, upon further viewing, there is a surprising amount of subtlety in this story, mostly centered around Gallus.
Yeah, I am that awesome.
Anywho, Gallus, why don't you tell us how this night of infamy began?
The other students and I were in the middle of decorating the common room.
Hold it!
Ponies' voices fill the night, hearts warming, Eve is here once again. Come on, every creature, sing!
You're nuts! Shut up! Sorry!
You don't seem to be too much in the holiday spirit, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm overjoyed. I got hearth-warming cheer coming out of my ass.
Mr. Gallus!
Yeah, sorry or whatever.
I think you'll all enjoy the time off to be home with your families, to celebrate your own traditions. I think you'll all enjoy the time off to be home with your families, to celebrate your own traditions.
Gotcha! One of the things I really admire here is the subtlety in the Griffin's performance.
Thank you.
As soon as Twilight makes this announcement, Gallus's demeanor immediately shifts to a more angry, annoyed mood. Even when all the students leave the room, he's the only one amongst the group that looks upset. Upon rewatch, this demeanor shift probably wasn't noticeable upon initial viewing. However, knowing how the plot goes, it's interesting to see how well-crafted this was to foreshadow the culprit. It's kind of like in Testing 1, 2, 3, where upon a second viewing of that episode, you see how Rainbow's been implementing that learning style from the very beginning. But back on topic, that Gallus can be quite the sneaky, conniving individual. And furthermore,
Hey, I thought you were supposed to be helping me, jackass.
my job is to analyze and bring out the truth. Now shut it before you implicate yourself even more. Understood?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, let's get back on topic. So, Gallus, what happened after everyone left the common room?
After everyone left the room, I donned the cape and snuck back in with the purple goo powder.
Hold it!
Damn, you're very slowly getting away!
Another aspect that is done very well was the fact that it was a fun little mystery to solve. So, based on the movements of the one who sabotaged the tree in the video evidence, we can determine a few things.
Wait, who was recording this?
That's not important. Whoever was behind this incident is fast, agile, light, can fly, and can grasp objects with one claw without the use of magic. So immediately, Yona and Sandbar are out, due to Yona not being the most elegant in her movements, and Sandbar because he's way too stoned to pull this off.
Hey, stop mocking my friends, jerk. And again, I already confessed, so this whole thing is really pointless.
I'm just laying out the facts to be super sure. With that being said, the culprits could still be Smolder, Silverstream, Ocellus, and of course, Gallus. Although there is one more suspect. That's right, the one truly responsible for all of this, Ivan Ooze!
You just can't lose when you've got your own supply of Ivan's ooze. If your parents try to stop you, just throw it in their faces!
He will no doubt be dealt with on a later date, but luckily I was here to discover that important fact and help out the case immensely. Well, you don't know where it came from.
I bought that goo for 5 bits off Prances-On.
Anyway, Twilight, you, Spike, and Rainbow cornering the students was well played. The deductions were logical, it established the mystery and its suspects in the opening act, and it gets right into the interview process. The overall pacing of the sequence of events is very well done, and not a single moment is wasted here.
Why, thank you. I do appreciate the compliment to me and my friends.
Though I do have to ask, did you just space out with what happened next? Take that!
We don't know what happened.
maybe this wasn't even on purpose.
You literally saw what just happened. You were in the room when the tree got gooed. So asking what just happened is kind of odd. And it was clearly sabotage as the powder of purple goo was left at the scene of the crime. So, got an answer for that, princess?
This isn't where I parked my car.
That's what I thought. Though honestly, other than that odd statement, really everything about this whole story is executed quite well. And I'm digging the mystery and intrigue, sussing out who the true culprit is. And it's here, right at the beginning of the interview process, we get our next well-done bit of foreshadowing.
Who wants to be interviewed first?
I'll go. Beats mop duty.
That's right, Gallus was the first one to volunteer. And as the ensuing events of the story unfold, you'll notice that Gallus rarely intrudes upon a conversation and tends to stay in the background. This makes him both the least and most suspicious one of the group. On the one hoof, he knows that with him away from the others, he can craft any lie he wants, and knows that with his absence, the others will start to question and accuse each other, which is exactly what happens.
Ocellus, you know you did it. Just fess up.
I said...
On the other hoof, it also makes him the least suspicious, as among this group of misfits, he is usually seen as the sarcastic and lazy one. Hey! Oh, calm down. We can always count on you to be the lethargic one of the group.
Yeah, well, can you count this?
Yes, you're clearly showing me number 1 with your claw, but what? Oh, real mature, poopy head. Mr. Code, can we please proceed with the case? Yes. So the next section to analyze in the video evidence is all the kids discussing their various traditions, and this is the highlight of the story. All their traditions are vastly different from the changeling's misinterpretations of Hearth swarming Eve, the yak's intense yet humbling Snildarfest, or the dragon's competitive storytelling.
Scales thought it would be so easy to seize power from this feeble and sensitive dragon lord. She saw her chance and took it.
Everyone died! The end. Despite every creature having different traditions, they're all brought together as family and friends. These are not only entertaining scenes, but it also gives us some interesting world building and insight into their various cultures. And the story presents the scenarios in such a way that it doesn't feel like an exposition dump, as you got the kids ready to return home after a long stint at school. And with all these various races in a single room, it would make sense that they would have curiosities about how they each celebrate the holidays, which now leads us to the Griffin's Blue Moon Festival.
Families get together to eat and then complain about the food and give each other presents they don't like, and mostly just try not to yell at each other, because I don't have a family. I felt like I never had a place in Griffinstone. Then I came here and, well, met all of you. I did it.
So it wasn't Ocellus?
This guy seems to be a real dumbass.
True, after the events of the Lost Treasure of Griffinstone, the successful introduction of the concept of friendship wouldn't take immediate hold over the citizens of the city, who up until this point has been a greedy society, but they would at least learn to tolerate one another better. However, for a guy who literally grew up in a place with no family to turn to, I can perfectly understand and sympathize with what Gallus has done. After enrolling in the School of Friendship, the concept of friendly ponies and creatures in general seemed almost alien to him, and after being alone for so long, the realization of everyone leaving for the holidays finally dawns upon him, and he would be forced to go back to the misery of the Blue Moon Festival. Even if he only got another day or even a few more hours, that's how badly he missed his friends and how even such a short time would be that meaningful to him. Thus we come to the heartfelt conclusion with everyone electing to stay with him over the holidays. A sweet and noble sacrifice to conclude this tale. Well, I've heard enough, Mr. Gallus.
Yes?
You will carry out your punishment dictated by the Princess Twilight Sparkle. Is that understood?
Yeah, understood.
Very well then, court is adjourned. I love a happy ending. Let's all celebrate by gathering around the traditional hearth-warming Christmas tree, all plugged in and ready to go. Mr. Code, is that the old Christmas tree from the back of the storage room? It sure is. Why? Oh crap.